Yes. Bhagavan, in one of his songs, he has used a word which is Vali Oli. Veli Oli. He uses the word Veli Oli. Veli means space. Oli means consciousness, effulgence. The space itself is consciousness. Consciousness is that Chidakasha. It is the space. So it is all one. Actually, in deep sleep, where is space? No space. Experientially, we can understand in deep sleep, there is no space, there is no time, there is no causality, nothing. And there is deep something. So that is the very nature of our being. But prana comes when the mind arises. First of all, we have to know, yesterday and day before yesterday we spoke about prana. It is not about breath. Not simply about breath. Prana is everything other than the self. And ultimately it is the self also. So, prana is energy and the self is consciousness. And energy in all forms is prana. And we spoke about it in various dimensions. The whole sadhana, we come to the practical plane. The whole sadhana is about conserving the prana. Today morning I was reading the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, where the Upanishad says, one who is absolutely desireless, his prana never goes out. Not only, generally that is why a enlightened master's body should not be burnt. It should be buried because his prana is conserved. That is the cause that which the Siddhas say. But even while alive, when absolutely desireless, the prana has no need to go out. Otherwise, every thought that goes out is prana that is going out. And in sleep also, it is prana. That is why Patanjali said sleep is not thoughtlessness. See, sleep, there is no thought, is one dimension. Another dimension, sleep, the sleep element, Patanjali calls it is dense thought of absence. The Yoga Sutra says it is the thought of absence. That is why it comes like this. You sit after eating, it comes like this into your eyes, makes everything look darker. It is all matter. It is all matter. And it is also prana. It is also prana. Matter is solidified prana. And for the sadhaka, the prana is lost by I, by conflict, and there by mindness. Any person to whom I am attached, any idea to which I am attached, even any ideal to which I am attached, when it gets hurt, my prana will be lost. So real brahmacharya is this absolute conserving of prana. It is not that simple. Where there is no mindness, no desire, nothing. Nishkamaha, akamaha, aptakamaha, atmakamaha, natasya pranaha utkramanti. The Upanishad says he is desireless, he has attained all desires, he has fulfilled all desires, he takes delight in his own Atman, his prana never goes out. So the prana is being wasted basically by attachment. That is why Buddha, after so much, he said, attachment is the cause of sorrow. Wherever I am attached, in whatever thing, it will be taken away from me and my prana goes. So, prana is a little bit of prana wastage is okay, but too much prana wastage, you feel like a dead person. That is why Bhagavan said, by too much sleep and too much thinking, prana is lost. Mudam miha shirajim. Shirajim means prana is gone. By niddirai alum ninaivadi alum. By too much sleep, by too much thinking. That we know by experience. By too much thinking. So a thrift is needed for there. Conserving prana is sadhana. And outer help is also given. There are places, persons, mantras, food, some outer presence which can enrich you by filling you with prana. That is what we are meaning by satsanga. True satsanga is not talking or anything. Sometimes talking can give you prana. Sometimes talking can deplete your prana. All this possible. So we have to find out how to enrich ourselves by prana. Because prana, ultimately, the subtlemost form of prana is what we call Mukhya prana, which Bhagavan calls as Aham Spurti, the current of I, which many have written in Bhagavan's presence is current of I current. So that is the subtlemost throb of prana, which is seen only in a yogi. The throb of prana is so alive, it is the initiatory energy. It is by that power a person is initiated. That is why the teaching is not needed, mantra is not needed. By the mere presence, the initiation took place in Bhagavan, because Bhagavan called it as eternal eloquence. It is not talking. It is prana filled state. So the prana is doing the initiation. It is not physically done. So sometimes, some guru will give a mantra, and the disciple has to work on that mantra. If the guru is an enlightened person, a great yogi, there will be faith in disciple. So the faith generates so much prana that the mantra will work very easily. Here, it is the power of the disciple. Anyway, the guru should carry that mantra as a prana tablet. Then it works in the disciple. And sometimes, I have heard certain cases, I will narrate, I don't want to speak about the name. One of the great Shankaracharyas of Sringeri, Abhinav Vidyatirtha Swami, he was camping somewhere. One family who were very devoted to him, their son, who was a very well educated person, engineer or someone, he was not interested in spirituality outwardly, but his parents, they told, we are going to see our master Acharya, so why don't you come? He said, I am not interested in this. They said, at least come with us and do namaskara and go. So he said, I will come with pant, shirt, all this in this form only. Okay, you come. And you know what happened? He came to that Swami. The moment he saw that Acharya, he did namaskar. And Abhinav Vidyaditya Swami asked him, "My dear boy, what do you want?" And he said, "I was not at all prepared for this answer." Not his question, my own answer to it. When he asked, "What do you want?" I said, "Can you initiate me?" And next day morning, the initiation took place, and the Guru, the master, told, "My dear child, Sharadamba has blessed you. Divine Mother has entered the mantra. The Shaktipada has happened." Shaktipada means the force has descended. You will be attaining the fulfillment in this very life. So, there, the initiation also is not in the hand of Guru. The maturity of the disciple, the glory of the master, both are there, and naturally the initiation happens. The Shaktipada, the descendance of the power happens. And that disciple, of course, he got into a very elevated state. So this is the power of the Mukhya Prana. And prana in the grossest form is what we call as breath. In a subtler form, it is mind with all its emotions and everything. So all these are like scattered sesame seeds, what we said. So it needs tremendous alertness to collect, and slowly conserve it. Because whatever you have clarity intellectually about self, everything, knowledge, all those things, unless your prana is conserved, you will not have joy. That is what many are facing, the difficulty. We very clearly know. And many say, on that day I had a realization. They write books also. But the joy is not there because the prana is not helping. As long as you are alive, you need this friend. He is carrying this body, mind, everything. So that is it. Is it clear? Anything more special?
Also, how the prana and the consciousness are relating.
See, the prana is consciousness in power. And consciousness is prana in its merged state. That is why we say in Arunachala, it is the place where the Shakti is merging. The story goes that Divine Mother got separated from Shiva and she came here and merged with Arunachala. This is the story. But Bhagavan says, Shakti Odunga Ongum. This is the place where the Shakti, Odunga means it is subsumed. It merges in the source. And Ongum means it shines forth. It is in full glory. The self is fully there, but Shakti is completely merged. So the greatest state of complete conservation of prana is Samadhi. ஸ்புரணத்தோட ஹையஸ்ட் ஸ்டேட் அது. அது இன்னும் ஆட்டம், போய் பார்ப்போம், அதில் போய் பார்ப்போம் நம்ம. The Spurana also is being completely kept in the heart center. There is that throb. Actually, when alive, that Spurana alone makes it felt by others. பகவானோட சந்நிதியில் அந்த ஸ்புரணையை குஞ்சுசுவாமி அடிக்கடி சொல்லுவார். அது அந்த தாரா அப்படிம்பார். Kunjaswami used to very often make remark of this, that dhara in the presence of Bhagavan, that current. You touch it, you will be initiated. People say Bhagavan will not initiate. He was constantly initiating. Even now he is doing it. The prana is there still. That is the magic of Bhagavan's samadhi. You touch it, you will be initiated. Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva. You were about to ask something?
No,
Yes. Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala.